There are moments when the world outside feels quiet, but the world inside is screaming. You make a mistake, a simple one, a slip of the tongue, a missed deadline, a wrong decision. And instantly, something sharp pierces through you. Not regret, not just disappointment, but hatred. You begin to hate yourself, for being careless, for being too slow, too forgetful, too you. It starts with a sigh. Then it becomes a whisper. Why do I always mess things up? That whisper becomes a chant. What's wrong with me? I'm such a failure. And before you know it, you're spiraling. Not because the world has turned its back on you, but because you have turned your back on yourself. If this feels familiar, I want to tell you something right now. You are not broken. You are not weak for feeling this way. You are not alone in the darkness you're trying to crawl out of. You see, somewhere along the way, you started believing that mistakes define your worth. That messing up means you're unworthy of love, forgiveness, or even a second chance. And worst of all, you started to believe that punishing yourself makes you better. But here's the truth you need to hear. Hating yourself does not make you grow. It only makes you shrink. It makes you afraid to try. Afraid to live. It makes you settle for pain instead of progress. Mistakes are not proof of your unworthiness. They are proof that you are trying, learning, and human. Let me ask you something. If a friend came to you, broken, crying, ashamed of a mistake, would you call them worthless, useless? Would you tell them they don't deserve kindness, just because they failed? No, you'd probably wrap them in comfort. You'd say, it's okay. We all make mistakes. What matters is what you do now. So why do you treat yourself differently? Somewhere deep inside, you've mistaken your mistakes as a mirror. But listen, your mistakes are not a reflection of who you are. They are just chapters. They are lessons. They are not your identity. You are not your failures. You are not your shame. You are not the voice in your head that tears you down after every stumble. You are the one who gets back up. The one who still hopes, still breathes, still dreams, even when it hurts. Yes, you've made mistakes. Maybe even big ones. Ones that hurt people. Ones that changed the course of your life. But let me say this clearly. You are still worthy of love, growth, and healing. You're not the only one who's ever been here. We've all failed. We've all had nights where we couldn't look ourselves in the mirror. But healing begins the moment you stop confusing discipline with cruelty. Being accountable doesn't mean being abusive to yourself. Growth doesn't come from shame. It comes from understanding, from patience, from grace. So instead of saying, I hate myself for messing up, say, I made a mistake. I'm not proud of it, but I'm still worthy. I still matter. I will do better. You can choose to speak differently to yourself. You can choose to pause before you attack. You can choose to become the kind of voice you never had growing up. A voice that says, I see you. I know you're hurting, but I still believe in you. The journey forward doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for honesty, effort, and compassion, especially compassion for yourself. So the next time you slip up, remember this. You're not failing, you're becoming. Every mistake is a brick in the path to the strongest version of you. You made a mistake. And now, you hate yourself for it. Not just disappointed, not just regretful, but ashamed, angry, like you're a problem, not a person. But here's the truth. Making a mistake doesn't make you a failure. Hating yourself for it only makes things worse. You can't grow in an environment of self-punishment. Shame doesn't teach, it paralyzes. And when you attack yourself, you don't learn from the mistake. You become it. So what's the solution? Step back. Separate the mistake from your identity. Say, I made a mistake, not, I am a mistake. Then ask yourself, what can I learn? What can I do differently next time? How would I speak to someone I love if they made this same mistake? Now, speak to yourself that way. Because compassion is how we grow. Not from self-hate, but from honesty, responsibility, and grace. You're still worthy. You're still growing. And you don't need to hate yourself to become better. Your mistake is a moment, not a life sentence. Let it teach you. Let it humble you. But don't let it define you. You are not your worst moment. You are what you choose to become after it. Let's end with a truth I want you to carry into every corner of your life. You're not less because you made a mistake. You are more because you chose to keep going. When you feel like giving up on yourself, don't. When the voice in your head turns cruel, talk back with kindness. You've been through enough. You don't need another enemy inside you. You need an ally. And that ally is you. Let today be the day you stop apologizing for being human. Let it be the day you forgive yourself. Not because you forgot the mistake, but because you finally understand that your worth was never based on being flawless. It was always based on your heart, your courage, your ability to rise, even when the world, and your own mind, tells you to stay down. So breathe deep. Let go of the punishment. Hold on to the lesson. And take one more step forward. You don't have to hate yourself anymore. You never needed to. You are enough, mistakes and all. And your future is still waiting for you to rise.